Hiya! So today I'm going to draw a picture,
a mixed media portrait, and I'm going to share the process with you. So this is my first time making a video for YouTube, and I've not really any idea how to do a voiceover or what to say, but I guess maybe I'll just watch the video through and see what I can say about it. Probably quite cringy until I get used to this. I was really struggling with those lips. You can see I changed them quite a few times throughout it, and I never really was fully happy with it. See, I changed it again. And then I think in a second I realised that the face is a bit too wide. I'm fixing up the eyes a bit. Oh yeah, because I did the whole ear and then I had to just completely rub it out and move the jaw a bit. Like at this point I wasn't happy with it, and I had to move the jaw again. Hadn't remembered that second time. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, I was just thinking I just want to get to the colouring because that's going to be fun and that's the part I enjoy, and hopefully the colouring will sort of pull it together because didn't want to spend too much longer on the sketch. Yeah, more and more work on the lips. I think a lot of the time my favourite part is colouring, like layering colours and trying to show form and show how it's made with the colours. Seeing colour. A lot of trouble with the jawline too. Just this whole thing was a bit of a struggle. Yeah, because the other day I did a little portrait that I was so happy with, and I started it with like outlining some things in like red and green ballpoint pen because there was like some main colours in it, red and green. You can see that picture on my Instagram, MeganWhiteArt. So I tried to do the same thing in this, and you can't really see the red ballpoint pen by the end of it, maybe a little bit. This sort of went in a slightly different direction from that other one the other day. A lot more watercolour used in this one, and quite a lot of even just lots of water-based or water-soluble materials. Like there's some water-based marker in it, there's just watercolour, and some water-based pencils, water-soluble pencils. What do you call them? I could never figure it out. It never ended up looking like the person in the reference because the sketch at the start didn't capture their proportions properly. I feel like one of the eyes might be too high, just the face is a little bit sort of smooshed around. It's not quite right, but colouring sort of pulled it together, sort of saved it. It's to do the process, having fun with the process, and I wanted to draw a portrait in that way. Sorry, I keep forgetting to talk because I just don't know what to say. I have to get better at just like jabbering, keep on talking. Oh, there. I messed up. I tried to rub out the pencil sketch because I hadn't done it, and I just totally like ripped up the paper because it's only sketchbook paper. It's nice sketchbook paper, but it is just sketchbook paper, so the nose got so ripped up, and gave it a bit of time to dry, tried to fix it. It still looks a bit, it never really got back to looking as smooth as it was, but because it just couldn't have been as smooth as it was before once it got all ripped up like that. You know the struggle, using really wet mediums. When some of those like much darker areas came in, and darker areas on the side of the face, I think it really started to come together a bit better. The reference for this picture is on the Meds 100 Heads, the Pinterest board for that challenge, because I'm doing that challenge at the moment, and I just thought I'd do a bigger piece and film it so I could make my first YouTube video instead of having to wait like a whole week until I was finished the challenge to then upload the challenge video. Adding in highlights is so satisfying, though, because this is a lighter skinned person. Like once you added in the highlights, it wasn't as impactful or as exciting as on the piece yesterday because it was a darker skinned person, and so when I added the highlights it was like really like popped on it, which was really satisfying and really cool to see. Although adding those like flyaways with the Posca pen was pretty cool. That was fun. Darkening up the jacket. I had this problem where at the beginning I'd done like all the dark parts in quite a navy colour, like black navy, but so it didn't really differentiate between the darkness of the coat and the darkness of the shadow of her neck. But I think in a second I get this like water-based marker there, just there, and it's sort of more of a winish colour, so it went over the skin area to sort of integrate it better into it and give it a browner tone. Messing around with the lips that final little bit. Guess we'll hand back over to the sort of more real-time Megan now, but I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you'd be interested in coming back to see what else I create in the future.
Okay, so I think I'm finished. I'm not going to work on it anymore anyway. Gotta leave it at some point, so I'm going to sign it. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great weekend.